Hello and welcome to High Caliber TV, your source for figure and model updates every Wednesday and Friday. Today on the Workbench, I'm going to be showing my first part of a several-part series of my build of Live Resin's U.S. Army Soldier, the third variant of the U.S. Army Modern Soldier. Here's the box art on the front of the kit. Really great figure, as you can see. As I've mentioned before, the best thing about these figures is the sheer weight of resin that you get. And he is armed with an H&K 416 with a suppressor, but I'm going to add an independent weapon just to show the great stuff you can do with live resin parts. So this is the extra weapon I'm going to be attaching to his back via a sling, or maybe I'll just have it so that it's tied down with simple tie downs onto his rig. It's a 40mm EGLM from the Scar L 40mm kit by Live Resin. And just some of the really cool details: it's got an infrared, visual, and invisible light system. I believe that's what that is. And it's just a 40mm underbarrel grenade launcher mounted on a standalone rig, so a pistol grip, rail system, and a stock that collapses in. What I'm going to be doing with this to show it in a more natural way on his rig is I'm going to be clipping this extended stock bit and just attaching that directly to the back of the rail system so it's folded up for travel. So, as I mentioned, he isn't naturally armed with this weapon, so I'm going to have to give him ammunition for it. This is the Live Resin 40mm bulb set from its own kit, basically. I love adding these bulbs to the rigs because the warheads are brass or silver depending on the load, and it adds a nice bit of color and contrast to what would otherwise be a rather drab multicam color scheme. And his 416 is equipped with a simple M68 aim point red dot, and I'm going to be replacing that with an RCO, Rifle Combat Optic, by ACOG, since he appears to be more of a squad leader, section leader, than a simple rifleman because he's got all the communication equipment on his rig. I figured he'd be armed with an optic that could survey the battlefield a little bit better, rather than just direct action up close optic. So there you go. This is, as I said, just the first part. I'll also be uploading some other stuff where I show the figure completed, so stay tuned for that. So here we are. The figure is being undercoated and the first three shades have been applied with an airbrush. He's going to be wearing Cry Multicam as he is an Army infantryman, not Marine or anything like that. So as you can see, I've worked out a Molly setup that suits the weapons I've applied on him. He isn't simply carrying his 416 anymore, he's now got the EGLM on his back, as you can see. And so with that in mind, I removed one of his packs and added the 40mm rounds just under his right arm so that it wouldn't interrupt the way he holds his weapon. He's also got the two quick release mags on his belly here, and the two pistol magazines are attached to the molly that's on the quick release mags. M9 on his chest here. The communicators, I haven't applied any of the wiring to it, nor have I applied the camelback hose which comes out in front of him here, mainly because the wiring actually connects from this up into his face. He's wearing the ear protection communication system. Lots of fantastic definition on this figure. The further along you get in a figure, sometimes it's hard to know what he's going to look like until the very end, but with these figures, they just look fantastic all the way through. I'm really excited about continuing work on this guy. So, there you go. For this figure and many, many more, Be sure to check us out at highcaliberminiatures.com. That is a shop, by the way. I've been asked what we do, and we are an online shop, and you can buy these figures at highcaliberminiatures.com. Follow us on Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter for daily updates on stock and inventory, just stuff I'm doing on the Workbench. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.